Hey everybody, this is Tammy Van Hollander, and I am thrilled to be here with Lucy Bowen. Lucy and I know each other from England, and Lucy's been doing such amazing work. She actually started the India Association for Play Therapy, and when I was thinking about doing interviews, I first, Lucy, wanted to see you and connect with you, make sure you were okay, and that you could give such a great perspective of, I know right now you're in the UK, and really a perspective of what's happening in India as well as what's happening in the UK during the pandemic and how it's affecting play therapists and the work that you do as well organizationally.
Yeah, well, great. Well, I first wanted to thank to you, Tammy, because your videos have been really, really inspirational, and it's been absolutely amazing the way that you're supporting children and therapists and parents and just everybody during this time. And I just absolutely love to watch your videos, and quite happy to be seeing you, as I'm not going to be seeing you this year as planned. So that's just really great. So yeah, as I said, I'm in the UK at the moment. I was due to go to India on the 13th of March, and that was unfortunately obviously not possible. So yeah, I thought I could just give you a little bit of an idea about what's happening in the UK and what we're doing here and what we're doing in India as well. So yeah, I mean, it's been really amazing to watch your videos and just to see all of the sort of teleplay therapy things that you've been able to do. And actually, it's been a bit frustrated from my perspective that I've actually not been able to pick up and actually do it myself. I mean, it seems to be that you're really quite advanced in the US in doing these kind of interventions, more so than in UK and in India. I mean, I think that obviously a lot of you have the benefits of being in private practice, whereas play therapy in UK, a lot of the services are provided by third sector third sector agencies. And I think with the lockdown, a lot of us kind of got closed down before we could really discuss the ethical and technical logistics of actually starting a sort of teleplay therapy service. And then from the perspective of therapists working in India, there's obviously issues sometimes with the electricity or the internet being inconsistent. And parents are also having, a really challenging time, because it's not only that their children are at home with them, but a lot of parents in India, they do have help. So they have cooks and they have maids. And a lot of these have now gone home to their families. So parents have this extra kind of burden, or not burden, that's not the right word, but that responsibility of taking care of the house as well as taking care of their children. And I think from a therapist's perspective, I think one of the hardest things for me is actually being disconnected from the children that I work with, because with everything going on, we really want to keep that connection. So I think just trying to think about ways that we can still support the parents and that we can still support the children is something really important. For me personally, I'm making sure that I'm regularly sending out little cards or little letters to the children to kind of, let them know that I'm still keeping them in mind, that I'm still holding that space, and that when we are able to get back in the play therapy room, their usual time and that place is going to be there. And I think for therapists, whether you are engaging in teleplay therapy or parental support, or whether you're just kind of stuck at home feeling frustrated, I think, thinking about managing your own emotions, thinking about, self-care is something that's really, really important. And of course, there's loads of great videos that they're posting. There's loads of great books that's just been released. There's loads of great online training. So it's a really great opportunity for us to actually build up our skills, because when we do get back in the play therapy room, it's going to be when, we're going to be needed more than ever. So, taking care of ourselves during this time, I think it's something really, really important as well. And maybe not being so hard on ourselves as to, what it is that we can achieve during this time, and making sure that we are going to be available for, whenever this does get over. Yeah, sorry, Tammy.
No, I think what you're saying is so important, all of those pieces, and just like being patient and recognizing like there's so many things that we can't control right now. And what do we do with that energy of the things that we can't control, which is really hard, especially, not being able to see your clients and kind of getting pushed away organizationally, feeling like that teleplay therapy and telehealth in the play therapy world isn't as important, when you know how important it is. And it has to be so frustrating just dealing with the system.
Yeah, I think that's what, a lot of therapists again. And I think, even therapists that are engaging in the teleplay therapy, again, they're still seeing probably quite a large drop in the clients as well, because parents also maybe not necessarily seeing such a value, so much of a value as if the children were actually getting into the play therapy room as well. So I think, from that perspective that, even if we're not able to have that face-to-face interactions with the children, or if it is less, but I mean, I think that, we can continue to support parents at, a the very, very kind of minimum that we're doing. Because what I find, especially in India, because, generally in India, parents do have a big focus on academics, and learning takes much more of an importance and a priority over play. So when children have gone home, the big concern is, oh my God, I've got to homeschool and I've got to do all these kind of academics. So I think that, trying to help parents to understand that, this is a really great time for play and actually for connection. As I said, maybe parents have got that extra responsibility around the house. We can involve the children in that in our day-to-day lives. Obviously there's that importance of having some structure. But I think also, letting the children be involved in actually planning their day. I think at times like this, it's really important to try and give children those snippets of control wherever we can at this time where, we can't control anything, and that can be, really, really overwhelming. Because obviously our children are going to be experiencing all kinds of emotions now, and these are going to manifest itself in all sorts of behaviors. And, and you hear parents complaining, oh, my child doesn't want to do their maths, or they don't want to do their English. And it's like, well, it's not that they're probably trying to be awkward, rather they're actually struggling with the situation right now, and they're not able to communicate that to you. So I think that's something that we can really help parents to understand, to kind of understand the reasons behind these behaviors, and, provide them with strategies to actually talk about what's going on with the children, and let them know that it's okay to feel whatever it is that they're feeling. And I think that's maybe important for all children. Obviously, not only those that are acting out, because, we know, as we all know, some children might be externalizing while others are internalizing. So it's really important, to help parents also to provide children with that space to talk about what's happening, to kind of, validate their feelings as well.
Lucy, thank you so much. It's so interesting just hearing all the different perspectives. I mean, we're all in this together, and just experiencing it and looking at just all the different pieces on a global level. So I hope you are safe and that you get back home to India soon. I want to be visiting you there. And and so I just continue doing the work you do. I will link any information about Lucy below. But Lucy, it was so good to see you, and I'm so appreciative that you were able to take the time.
Yes, thank you, Tammy. It's great to talk to you.
Okay, I'll see you soon.
Okay, bye.
Okay, take care.